Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Try. My name is Retromation. This is Perfect Dice, a Dicebuilder roguelike that I'm excited to be checking out the demo for here today. This genre is so my jam, and I'm very curious to see what this one's all about. So in we shall go to do just that. Here he is, another seeker of the perfect dice. Let's check out your energy. Not bad. You have 5. 5 energy. My energy sucks. Try attacking me. This guy. Come on, just put the dice into the card. Okay, so we got the die right here. So we don't know what number it is first or what. Deal damage equal to your energy. Okay. Lucky shot, you managed to hit me. Okay, lost 5 health because you have 5 energy. So it was irrelevant what we rolled when we put in it, but I'm guessing that maybe there's going to be some others where it's not. My turn now. My attack card did not work because I got unlucky. It's all about the hit numbers. Take a look at the 6 random numbers that are on the left of your tablet. 1, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5. For the card to work, just roll a number that matches the hit numbers. Try rolling one of the necessary numbers. What do you mean, try rolling one of the necessary numbers? It's a miss because there's no 2 on your hit numbers. I'm sorry, I didn't try hard enough. If you miss, the card will not get triggered. All right, now it's my turn. Okay, curious what they're going to do to, you know, Dicebuilder roguelikes always get the idea, like people say, oh, it's a dice game. Of course, there's randomness, but a lot of the best ones, it's about mitigating that randomness. I'm curious to see what they're going to do about that. Nothing new, I missed again. I'm glad I don't have to think about the order of actions, but you have to. Which card do you want to use first? Because usually in these games, the dice get rolled first, but the fact that they don't get rolled until after we've committed our action is interesting. On a successful roll, the matching number disappears from your hit numbers. Gotcha. So there's a little bit of mitigating in that sense, in the terms of like we want to go from most important to least important. Order matters. Hope you notice the activation numbers change every turn. Now it's my turn. Okay, you reduce my armor. Now we play. Study your cards and think about the order of rolls. Boost your energy by the rolled number. Okay, so this is like a little bit risky because we're going for that. Your energy is increased by 4, and we would want to go for a hit. 9 damage. That's a lot. All right, now it's my turn. You're lucky to have unique dice in your deck. Ah, okay. To understand how any of the dice works, click on it with the right mouse button. Automatically re-rolls if it does not match the hit numbers. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. That's a big deal in mitigating the randomness. Sorry, I tapped that to adjust some audio. The rare time where I want to turn it up. Yeah, this is literally you roll again if you miss. So, but it doesn't re-roll a third time? Is that the idea? Either way. We'll try for an increase there, and then we'll go for the attack. And if we fail, we'll go for the re-roll, in which we get it right. Gotcha, and then we'll get a shield if we're lucky. As you can see, the re-roll dice is pretty useful, especially if you're not very lucky with the hit numbers. Oh, by the way, you can learn about the enemy by clicking on them. Pay attention to the icons above the enemy. Might save your life. And now it's my turn. Bad news, friends. Some folks are heading our way. They're not keen on seeing new perfect dice seekers. I'll leave you with some handy tools. Might help. Alright, better split. Your reward. Rolls using numbers from visible cards. Interesting. Guarantees the trigger of the next card, but only if you miss. Do we get both, or are we gonna pick in one? Oh, this is interesting. I think we get both. Yes, we do. All right. We have the sure thing. So if I roll using the other So I can't, okay, I can't use it first. I think we go for the nitro. So we roll, so we now roll with a 3. This is a guaranteed miss. Because it has to roll a 3. So the next thing is definitely going to trigger. Let's do the attack. Guarantee. There's not a guaranteed trigger. Yeah, it is a guaranteed trigger. It just triggers even if I roll a 5. Gotcha. And then this one is not a guarantee, but it will probably be. Statistically. But not when we have this many freaking ones. Holy. Alright, we got the 8 shield. Attacks the other hero after each sequence of 3 successful rounds. Alright. So I think we start with the nitro and we like hope for something else. So we copy this, it's a failure. So the next thing is guaranteed to work. Do damage equal to your energy. In this situation, we actually probably want to guarantee the shield and to probably get the attack. Okay, we got the attack anyways. Because we are going to get through anyways. Ooh. One sec. There we go. All right, now we just want to get an attack here. We'll go for the nitro. See what we got. We got a 2. So we can get our sure thing. We can definitely kill. Cool. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Double. Your next card triggers twice. Does require a success. So we clearly have extra slots we're going to be getting. We have no shield. Okay, so it's a success. We could mimic. We can mimic for sure thing. The shield stay between rounds? It seems like it did. So in that case, let's go for the shield. And then we'll go for the attack as well. Reroll. I don't think that second one is guaranteed. But yeah, getting the just a little bit of damage there. Add a corrupted die to your deck. Disables a card for 2 turns. I think we probably get rid of the double for a little bit. As much as it sounds nice. The real problem is that it also took another die slot. So we have no extra armor here. I think armor just goes away at the end of your turn then. Attacks for each unspent dice at the end of the turn. Do damage equal to energy. It's fine. Not really that concerning. All right. Unless we get a 1 on this, then we aren't going to be fine. To go for the shield, or do we go for the attack here? I'll try and get out of this without damage. But if you're adding another corruption to my deck, it does cause some problems. Okay, we didn't roll it, though. That's a great thing. We want this to be a success on something that we don't have a dupe of, so we can guarantee on the required miss. Let's get the guaranteed attack with a probable shield. There's a good chance we actually roll 2 corruptions, because he's going to add another corrupted die to my deck. I don't have very many things in my deck. There's a good chance I roll 2. Or I roll none. Okay, so is it not pulling from a pool? Is it fully random every time? As in, like, you have 6 dice and you could get the same 4 dice every single turn if you're lucky or unlucky? I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and same deal. We'll start with the nitro. 5 is a failure. So what we probably want to do is get the sure thing. At this point, probably go for the double. And we have 2 chances here to attack twice. Cool. All right. Neat. You're not welcome here. I'll destroy you. 31. First roll will never miss. Is this supposed to be like a you're supposed to die moment? First roll will never miss. This feels like a you're supposed to die moment. Got a failure. If this got a success with like a 4, we could dupe the 4, more or less. But yeah, if you're doing 31 damage to me, see that? Yeah, see? That can fail on that one. 31. So that's the tutorial. It's a guaranteed death. Deck movement unlocked. Continue playing. Welcome back, rookie. You got hit pretty hard there. Oh yeah, by the unavoidable 31 damage, yes. Don't be down, you stood no chance. Didn't tell you about the ability yet. Your ability saves accumulated energy for the next turn. It's located on the left side of your tablet. Try making 3 successful rolls and then you can use it. I will try my hardest. To use the abilities, you need 2 successful rolls. I'm assuming this is scripted. Cool, now you can save energy for next turn. Okay, so you get to keep my energy at 6. As you see, the increased energy did not reset. The best part is that you can accumulate energy and keep accumulating, just don't miss the activation numbers. Just don't miss them, forehead. Try doing it again. I'm assuming... Ha! Any miss resets an unfilled ability bar. Now your accumulated energy will reset. I truly did mess up, didn't I? You got a card that lets you use the ability more often. When you hit the ability boost card, it fills up by 2. Add a charge, extra charge to your ability. Remove a random hit number. Use the Nitro card. You want me to use Nitro first? Okay. Now you can use the ability boost card. I'm assuming it's scripted, so we can just use this. But be careful, because it also removes a random hit number. Alright, we got 2 shots at this. I want to be able to kill him in the tutorial. And hey, don't forget the master controlling your cards. You have a great maximum card, but it's hidden. What? To see it, you need to scroll through your cards. Hit the button on the right side of your tablet. And there it is. Maximum can only be used when you have 1 dice in hand. Combined with your ability, it gives fantastic results. Movements 2. So you have a limited amount of movements per turn. Add dice from all other cards to energy. So now we use maximum. Boosts up to freaking 22. Hit save the energy. Sure. I'll keep that. Now you know everything to set sail freely. Good luck finding the perfect dice. But before you go, remember the saying. It's hard to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if it's not there. Okay. All right, now we begin. Dice combine. It looks like we can start from anywhere. Choose 2 cards to swap their positions, which will matter from like the left and like when we move things left and right. Got the same starting stuff. We'll go to the one with the stat upgrade, theoretically. All right. So we have, 3 movements. I wonder when that resets. If it's per fight or what. Or if it's per turn. Okay. So we've got a lot to deal with. I think, starting with a Nitro is not a bad call. We can get a guaranteed miss. I think we'll take a... Do we take a willing hit? Okay, so Sure Thing resets our energy, though. That's kind of a downside of that. Gotcha. But we get our block. We're at 11 energy. We can save it for next turn. So that that throws a wrench in the Sure Thing strat. We'd want to do it first if we're doing it. Which is not a great way of going. I wish we could do this when we start, but obviously that makes sense that we kind of can't. Boost by the die. We don't have the doubler. Okay. Let's start here. Okay. We got 17. We can't kill. We could obviously get the Sure Thing. Do we care? Do we want to? Kind of resets us a little bit. But yeah, if we do the Sure Thing, then we can go for a guarantee on the attack. And a probable on the ability boost once more. And save our energy. Not that we really even need to. But then we do take damage by going for it this way. If he actually hit us, that would be the case. 17 energy. That feels bad. That feels bad. I know we could have waited and tried, gone for the Sure Thing garbage, but it's just like, I thought that for sure on 2 rolls we'd hit a 1, a 2, a 3, but, that's not how dice work. There's no Sure Thing unless you use Sure Thing. So that leads me to a spot where I probably should try and shield. We could roll a 3 or a 6. Or we could chance a 1, 2, 3. It's a 50-50 if I throw into Nitro. It's a 50-50 either way, because it's a 1, 2, or a 3, or it's a 3 or a 6. Either way, it's not gonna work. Okay. 3, 3, 6. There's a chance that ability boost even works. Three, 3, 6. We have more 3s than we have 6s. Save our energy. Each shield used by the player increases the enemy's energy. Attacks the hero after each sequence of 3 successful rolls. From me, it seems like. So we have 26 energy, not that we need it. But we sure got it. Alright. Let's learn from it. We'll go for the Sure Thing. An exceptional 31 unnecessary damage. Choose a reward card or dice. I'm going to go with the dice. Rolls using numbers not displayed. Not displayed on other visible cards. Get 1 additional dice from the deck when rolling. That's broken. That's sorry to say, that's fundamentally a busted die already. Energy or health? Energy. So it's just like our starting energy goes up. All right, so start with nitro. Get the failure. So failure means we could go at least go for the sure thing. Explosion power, 5 turns until boom. Okay, so we just need to kill you fast. We need to figure out when to tap out. So we have a sure thing right now. I think we go for the shield for the sure thing. We have 2 shots if we go for the attack. Okay, so there's actually not really a reason to do much of anything here. If I do this, I save up my energy, but who cares? Because we have 19 energy, but it's just going to go away. I was kind of banking on, like, the big guns there. Which sucks, because we would have absolutely been able to rip you apart in, like, 2 turns there. Okay. We have maximum. We have 3 movements a turn. Okay, so it is a turn. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever the first thing I do is pretty darn likely. And then the good news is we can get the guaranteed. Failure. So it's like, do I want to go for the shielding? I think I go... Typically, I'm supposed to go for the shielding. Energy, shielding, turn 1. Yeah, it's a little bit spooky. 1, 3, 4. You're going to hit, right? 7 damage and 7 bomb charge. Like, I could shield myself like crazy. If I hit. That feels terrible. I hate that feeling. I know it's a dice game, but good God. I really... It's the fact, and I know that it's the fundamental fact of it, but it's the fact that the dice don't come pre-rolled. That's the issue. It's not necessarily an issue as much as it's a design choice that really leans into the randomness of the dice, which could be what you're hoping for or could not be what you're hoping for, but it leads to a lot of situations that feel bad because you know exactly what you need to roll and you know that you're not going to roll it. Whereas if they come pre-rolled, you're like, okay, this is a very bad roll of 4. Let me figure out what I can do with it. So this whole system with the hit numbers and everything, it's difficult. It's difficult to not feel bad on a turn unless things go perfectly right. Whereas otherwise, you're like, this sucks. This roll sucks. Let's salvage it. And that's where I find a lot of fun in dice-based strategy games, is like mitigating that randomness via strategy and being scrappy with it. And you can still have a roll that's so bad that you're like, I can't even salvage this. But that happens a lot less than if I know, like, okay, well, this is going to fail, this is going to succeed, this is going to fail. But the whole hit number system is obviously not conducive to that whole style in the first place. So what do we got? We obviously want to use this. I think we start with the nitro. So we got the success. We got the 4. We can get the guaranteed failure, or which is the guaranteed success, which does reset our energy. So we want to use the ability boost last. So we have to do this when there's only one die left, which is the tricky thing. So we can roll and we hope for a 1, a 5, or a 6 in the ability boost. We're already not taking damage. And I think that's just what we have to do. Okay, we got success there. We hit save energy, and then we hope that this is a 1 or 6 because that'd be really cool. And we did not get that, and that's fine. We have 3 turns, but unfortunately, yeah, our 1 turn with the failure. And that's the other thing, is that you're dealing with this kind of chain reaction building up of energy. So if you have 1 turn with really bad RNG, it actually impacts every turn for the rest of the entire fight. It's a weird hurdle to have to overcome. Like, if I roll bad this turn while trying to maintain and increase my maximum energy for the whole fight, like, I could be at like 40 energy right now, or I could be at 6. And it's based off of how I did in previous turns, which is, it's definitely a lot more gambly, which could be better for some people. Could be better for some people, could be worse for some people. That's whether or not you're like, yes, I love the fact that it's even more random. You'll know if you're somebody who's excited by that or not. So what do I do? You're at 36. You have 2 turns until you're going to explode. I swear at this point, I should just build up as much armor as possible because you're at 36. Because I failed that 1 turn, I only have the 10 energy. I don't necessarily have a great... Okay, so I can actually get in... I can use this differently now. Since that's a 6 and we have a 6 over here, we can use the Mimic die as a sure thing. So that's kind of cool. We could do this sure thing. We could do it on the ability boost, but that's kind of a little bit weird here. I think we try and avoid using the ability boost at all. I think that's the plan. We have... Okay, but unfortunately all the hit numbers... I feel like it would also be different if the hit numbers didn't change every turn. If it was always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be something. Because if you get the hit numbers have their randomness as well. There was that 1 turn where there's 4 1s. On average, that's not good. You know? On average, that's bad. But yeah, we have the ability to do this. We have 2 chances to get a 1 or a 5, which, you know, it's a 1 in 3 chance twice. And because, okay, all right, energy's gone. Energy's lost. There's nothing really to do with this. There's no point to even use this die. Unless this can conserve between turns. So yeah, we have to take that 7 because we failed the roll. All right, so we have this. This helps. We're back down to our 6 energy. He's going to explode in 1 turn. I think what we have to do is go for the shielding. We failed the roll, so we don't get that energy. So our shield can't block everything. So we can at least get the sure thing if we want. We can get the guaranteed. Like, since we got the failure right away, that does at least help us in a sense. We didn't have any of this meter that we were building up that we lost. So there's that. We've got 2, 3, 5. So we have 2 50-50s in a row. 2 coin flips on this. Not a guaranteed, but I think we have to go for it. I think our goal right now is literally just to try and block, but we failed the roll. And then we failed the second roll. No, we had sure thing. Oh, weird. Wait. It's interesting that it even rolls the second time. So that's crazy. I missed twice. I failed both the 50-50s. It didn't matter because we did sure thing, so I shouldn't have done it at all. The good news is we still have a 50-50 over here because we didn't mark off any of our hit numbers. So we have 2 rolls here. We can go for the attack and like the ability boost. But, like, does the attack even matter? The answer is no, but there's also nothing else to do with it. And I failed the roll anyways. So there's nothing to do with this die. We put it in the ability boost, or we put it in here. It's not going to change anything. Doesn't matter. It goes back down to 6. And then now you explode. For 14! God, yeah, just it's failed the rolls of the game. They're like, my favorite thing about dice is just the randomness. And it's like, it's not a problem, but it's not what I'm looking for. I guess we need another card, clearly. Activate a random card that has missed. That's good. Another Nitro. Deal damage equal to the energy for each card with a missed roll. Ironically, you need to be successful on unlucky. Second chance is interesting. I think I'll take it. Again, just trying to mitigate that RNG a little bit more. But yeah, that fight was just like fail after fail after fail after fail after fail. So we have second chance now. It inserts itself immediately right here, because to the right we have sure thing. This is a neat system. Like, this is curious. I think this is a cool idea. How you can have, like, a lot of cards, but you have only 3 movements a turn. I think that's really cool. There's some very, very cool ideas here. Boost your energy by the die. What do we even start with? We have a 1, 4, 5, 6, or 2, 4, 5, 6. But we failed the roll. Okay. So we can at least... Okay, so there's second chance. We get the energy anyways. That is nice. But we can't... Okay, well... 1 or a 4... Oh, God. Well, if we roll and we roll for like a 6... That's something. We have the attack. We need to put on a shield or we, like, die. Like, that's the elephant in the room. So we should have probably gone for the guaranteed block. But then if we go for the guaranteed block, we have to spend so much just to... Yeah, I don't know. We should have not put this in second chance, but I was just like, oh, I don't want to move to the right, put in the sure thing, and then have to move back to the left for sure, second chance. That seemed a little bit spooky. So now we have a weird 50-50 here where it's a 1 or a 4, which is much worse than using this as mimicking a failure die. It's much better in that scenario. So this is our best bet. Unless we want to throw something into... Okay, so that was a failure, which is good. So if it's a failure, but this is now a guaranteed success, our Mimic die, which has a 1 in 3 of being something good, it should not matter. It was... Okay, well, it got a success anyways. So we have 2 50-50s. All right, we get to save and conserve our energy a little bit here. Counter attacks after every player attack. Oh, I'm gonna die. Player must use attacking card if it's visible. So I could just make it not visible. That's kind of nice. But I am gonna need to kill you eventually here. 4. So we can get our sure thing. Let's grab our shielding. Nice. And we have a 50-50. 1, 2, 3. 2 50-50s. Thank you. And we hit our attack. So I'm just trying to get as much energy conserved up as possible. Did I press the button? Did we really only have 11? All right. Okay, so we can actually get a guaranteed success on something else by using the Mimic. Let's say sure. Then we have a 1, 3, 4, 2 50/50s. Which this feels like when I attack. Failure. Not a failure. So you attack back for 4, I can only presume. So did I fail any of these? I don't think I failed any of these. And I presume that saving energy does not necessarily help here. Lol. The good news is those don't matter. Those weren't helpful. Must use attacking die if visible. Must use attack card first. Oh, is that new? Must use it first? Really? So you're just saying I have to die? We want to fail, I guess, is what I should have done. But honestly, I'm kind of cool with it. This is a neat concept. Neat concept. I think if you are really into the gambling element of dice instead of using it kind of like in a mitigating RNG, which is definitely a big part of the game, but there's going to be a lot of turns where you're like, oh man, I lost this fight because, well, in that situation, there's literally like, there's nothing I could do. I was about to compliment the mechanic. I was like, it's really cool that we can just hide our attacks and to counterplay this. Be like, well, I don't get to do the attack, but it's hidden, it's off screen. But then if you have to attack first, it's like, there's literally no counterplay to that. It's just this, you take 4 guaranteed damage. There's nothing you can do, which a little bit of a bummer. So there's a couple like balance things and design decisions here that are going to probably keep me from loving it as much as I would have wanted to and thought I was going to be honest. However, dice builders are dice builders, and I think it's a cool genre. I think it's a good genre. If you're ready for a hyper dose of randomization straight to the veins, this is probably the most random roguelike I've played like in a long time. But curious to see what kind of direction they take it. I think the amount of things that would need to be done for it to be my style of strategy roguelike is unfortunately going to be too much for me to want to come back, but I'm going to keep my eyes on it just in case, because there's a lot of cool ideas here, a lot of trappings of like a potentially really good game with really neat concepts. And you know what? If you had a bunch of like really good runs in a row or really good turns in a row, it probably feels pretty good. But when you put yourself in this situation where it's not, if you roll well, you pop off to the, I mean, you can pop off to the extreme, but it's more like the game really does focus down on, you feel bad if you roll bad, and you feel okay if you roll well, making it so the delta in player feeling is really, really high. So it's just like I know exactly what I need to do. And unfortunately, this die failed, this die failed, this die failed, this die failed. So I lose now. Like, it's a bummer. It's a bummer, which in a strategy game, it's always going to rub up against it. And I think that, you know, there's always this idea that has to be what every game with dice is. And to an extent, like, that's kind of a bummer about some deck builders. People comment on a lot of randomness. And this game is what those people are talking about, that they think deck builders and dice builders are about. This game does it. This game's actually doing those things. Which, hey, again, if you're looking for a slot machine style roguelike, it's more slot machiney than the slot machine roguelikes I've played. But alas, that's that. It's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. Check out the channel for roguelikes and more every single day. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.